So to initialize our project, we could run sam_init, and I'll just have the help function here. And sam_init basically generates a SAM project for you, and you can specify the runtime you want, being Python 3.6, but you could also say 2.7, Node.js, and so on. sam_init creates a lot of files for you, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So how about we just go one by one? We don't use sam_init, and we're just going to create the code one file at a time, so it makes a lot of sense for us. So just to make things easy, I'm going to have a source folder, and the source folder will contain our application. So I'll call it a new file, and I'll make an app.py file. I'll just write my application in Python. That's going to be our source folder. We're also going to need to have a template file. So we'll have template.yaml, and this is going to be our SAM file. So SAM file right here. And finally, we're going to have to write our commands somewhere. So I'll just save them. I'll have a commands.sh file. So now we need to go ahead and fill the app.py, sample.yaml, template.yaml, and so on. For this, let's just go straight to the server application model example apps, because that will be the easiest way for us to make sense of everything. And let's find a hello world Python 3. That sounds great. And here we have a lambda function.py and a template.yaml. So let's open these two in two tabs, and let's first look at the lambda function.py. So this is a very easy lambda function, imports to JSON package and returns some events. So let's just go and import that function, and I'll just have this into my source app.py. So here, this is the basic lambda function that we have from before, and I'm actually going to remove a lot of stuff as well from here. I'm just going to say return hello world, and that's about it. Okay, a very simple lambda function. Now let's do the more fun stuff, which is to take care of this template.yaml file. So template.yaml file, let's go back, and here it is. It is going to be the YAML file that will describe how your function should be. So let me copy this entire thing, and we'll analyze the lines one by one. I'll copy the YAML file right here, and here we go. The first line is the AWS template format version. It says 2010. So this is just indicating this is a CloudFormation template. The second thing is a transform, and the transform is indicative that we are using a SAM template, because the transform says AWS serverless 2016 1031. And so this is what you would see at the exam. Anytime you see a transform saying this, that means it's a SAM template. Now we can have a description, and that's our starter AWS Lambda function. We could have some parameters, but I'm actually going to remove these parameters to make it very simple. And so we have a first resource, which is the hello world Python 3. The type of it is a serverless function, and this is a SAM specific type of resource. And we can look at properties. Properties is that our Lambda function is going to have a handler. Now the handler should be the file name dot the function name. Turns out that our file name is app.py, not Lambda function. So I'll just change this to app. And within our app.py, the first function we've defined is lambda handler. So I'll keep app.lambda handler. The runtime is Python 3.6. And the code is not in this directory. It is in the source directory. So I'll just have source as the code URI. Code URI indicates locally where the code is. So for me, it is in the source directory. Now the description is that it's our starter AWS Lambda function. We can define the memory size straight from our parameters. So can we for the timeouts, and for the policies. I need to remove this because it is not useful right now. So here is our most simple file for, SAM. It looks pretty simple. We have a template, an app.py, and now we need to deploy it, which I will do in the next lecture.